Good morning.
Good morning.
Who worked out already today?
I just rolled out of bed.
You just rolled out of bed?
That 5 miler
I
on the
did.
treadmill right now.
Rolled out of bed.
Yeah, I did.
We've been up since 6. We did a little 6:15 walk with Coda. Then I went and got to the gym 15 minutes early. To the point where I walked around to the other entrance because I know the girl opens that door first. And I was like, I got a lot to do today. So let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's see what we got small. I wasn't sure what we get on a Saturday, but I'm not gonna be around next week. So I figure we'll do a bonus call and then we'll do our finale call the final week. Let's see some people still popping in. Who's got some wins today? Wins from the week. Val does. You better share with the group.
Yes, I have a big win today. I had a goal to run under 8 minute Ks, and I did it this morning. Every single K I ran was under 8.
Killed it.
Yeah.
She's in Argentina, if you're wondering why she measures in Ks.
Oh, yeah. And also the scale went down. So it's a double win.
Man, that's you'd be a solid race time come November.
Yeah. Yep. That's the goal. Another PR.
You asked you and I were chatting mid workout, and I was like, I'll get back to her later. I'm gonna see her on the call. You told me you'd be here, but I was happy about the run. I didn't look at the weight yet.
Yeah. Check it out. It's
I'm
good.
I'm doing it. I'm pulling it up. Oh, it was a good drop too.
Yes.
Another half pound.
Yep.
Now, what I do with her, because her goal is different. Boom, boom, boom. Mr. Google machine, pounds to kilos. Oh, 0.23 away from the next mark. 0.23 conversions.
Yep. The math.
And that's ahead of the game. You got time for wine and dine. 60 days till you leave?
Yes, 60 days today. So on track.
On track. You feel good?
Yeah, I feel awesome. I was like, when I finished my run, I was walking back home and I was thinking, I need to tell Tom about this. I felt like, a little kid. Look, Daddy, look what I've done.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did they fix your gym? You said something about the gym yesterday.
Me?
Yeah, yeah. You were able to get back in the gym too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The gym is up and going. Everything is where it's supposed to be. So we are good to go next week.
All right. Who else got something? Heather, we broke through the plateau.
Yes, and you said be worried about like it going back up, and it actually went down today again. So I was just curious. And I just ran a 10K in like 4 minutes from my PR, and I was like, damn it, if I would have known, I would have ran faster to start.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, and it's like 55 degrees, overcast with a nice breeze, so it's like perfect running weather here today. It was fantastic.
That happened. I do. This past year, I did the Track Shack series. So Track Shack's the one who's local to Orlando. They do the timing chips for Disney. So they were the ones getting what race was it they got torn apart because
Marathon a year ago, wasn't
it
it?
was marathon. Yeah, the trackers didn't work and
Yeah, yep.
yeah, it was a nightmare. But usually they're on point. And some of you might have known this story. Kim and I went to the Winter Park 10K. We did it with Adam, and as we were leaving, there was a raffle ticket on your bib. And I was like, let's go throw these in. And she's like, what the hell are we ain't gonna win anything. Nobody ever wins a raffle. And I'm like, I'm saying I'm putting mine in. So I put it in, and it was the Track Shack, the entire series for the season. So like 10 of their races or something. If Tracy was on here, she could tell us because Tracy is a Track Shack ambassador now. But I didn't win. But after I put mine in, I took Kim's off of her bib and she won. So she won entry to all their races last year. So I ended up doing them all. And there were a couple where, I just go out. It's like, whatever. It's doing a 5K at a race versus doing a 5K on the street. I might as well just go do it. And there were two or three where I was like, damn it, I was 4 minutes away or 2 minutes away from a PR. Had I known, and I just did them for fun. So you know what? You get your PR next time. You
Yeah,
move in the right direction.
I wasn't even sure what to expect, but and I had no idea. I wasn't even really I watched my splits when they popped up on my watch, and I was like, "Oh, we're actually running pretty good." And then I like quick did the math at mile 5, and I'm like, "Holy shit, you should pick it up. You might be close." And I couldn't remember if it was like 104 something or 106 something. So I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be really close." Well, I was like 4 minutes off because it's like 104 something, but I was like, "Shit, I haven't ran that fast in a long time for that long."
See, I have a dog. Oh my, where are you going? You're gonna go on the floor and then you're gonna scratch to get back up here. He's just
Well, mine's asleep over here.
he's just draped over my arm.
My our female lab climbed in my Yukon with her tennis ball, and that is her cue that like she wants her quiet time without our male. And our male is just following me around the house, lost because our female is not in the house. And don't worry, it's not hot outside. She's fine.
Yeah, you're in, I gotta remember sometimes that you're all everybody's in different climates.
Which Tom, did you see my message on my hat?
Did you get it?
No, it is in Seattle, Washington.
Oh man. It's closer to Christina than it is to you. It
Yeah,
went
I
right
don't know.
past you. It went right past you.
It did. Well,
Sounds like the post office.
yeah, yeah. I thought it was weird when it went from Orlando to Colorado. And I was like, okay, that's different. It's got to be the right address on the package because I got it under my like tracking app. And then it went to Seattle. And I was like, what the heck?
You know what? You just reminded me. You just reminded me. Thanks, Heather. You know what? So that's weird, number one.
Yeah.
That's weird. But I sent my dad one. My dad really wanted one. Did you get a package from me? And I looked at his, and their tracking shows it was delivered the day I dropped it off at the USPS
Oh,
drop off. It shows it was delivered to somewhere in Texas. Me. And I was about to just text my dad, but I text my mother instead because he won't get back to me, and he definitely is not the one checking the mail. I,
yeah.
I would bet that. But yeah, there's showed delivered to Texas the day I shipped it out. And I was like, that's physically impossible.
And I was going to swing by my post office this morning, but ours is only open from like 8:15 to like 9 or something like that on Saturday. So I'll see if it happens to show up today. And if it's in a weird spot, I'll swing by the post office. Our postmaster is really good about being a detective. So if it doesn't like check in by Monday, I'll swing in and talk to her and say, hey, can you figure out where this is?
Yeah, figure out where my hat is.
Yeah.
Did you track it today?
Yeah, it still said it's moving through the Seattle distribution center.
Hmm. Hmm.
But like I said, the address has to be right because it came up on my tracking app. So I have no idea if it like got put on the wrong truck.
Mom already messaged me back. She's good.
Well,
She
that's
did not check the mail yesterday. I don't know. I don't know, Heather.
yeah, like you said, and maybe it'll just show up and like
It
some.
says today by 9 p.m.
Yeah, that's what it still says. So maybe it'll show up.
Oh, now mom's not going to stop texting me. Typical. I'll have to call. We'll call her later. Tell me about your scale.
For me,
Yeah.
yeah. So whatever it was yesterday, what was I, 85.8 yesterday? And I was like 84.6 this morning. 184.
Let me go look at it. Yeah, if you were 84, we'd have problems. I'd start reverse dieting you yesterday. So Heather, if you remember, she was the one that we've been working together since last October. Is that when it
Yep.
was?
Yep. October.
Last October. And for the first time, she's hit a brick wall. And of course, it's the final week of the challenge, final 2 weeks of the challenge when she hit the brick wall. So you're a little frustrated.
Little bit. Yeah.
It happens. 84.6, so 80. So I recommended she try carb cycling, cutting carbs out for the day. And then I warned her privately, one of the things you'll see with carb cycling, you might have a significant dip. Significant dip. You could have a significant dip overnight. And when you reintroduce the carbs, it tends to go back up, but hopefully not as much as it did the last time. So, she was 187.4, it dipped down to 185.2. I would have expected it to go back up to like 186 and change. And then she incorporates another day like that. When did we say your next one would be? Sunday?
Yeah. Sunday tomorrow.
Sunday. Okay, so potentially, hopefully, drop lower than the other. And then she introduced carbs again on Monday. It kind of goes back up. But with that, you look for the trend line to just continue to overall drop down. Like you look for a new bottom every time. You want to see it lower each time, when you're doing those days. And you have an extra calorie reduction because she's completely cut out a fuel source and a food group. And then the carbs, the glycogen is just depleted from your body. So you get a lot of flushing. Were you in the restroom? I'm trying to think of how to politely say this.
Yeah, I pulled quite a bit of fluid off, even like, so I was at like 39 carbs, I think, on Sunday. So I didn't go as low, but I wasn't sure where I was supposed to be at. So I dropped a little bit like from to Monday and then went back up a little bit on Tuesday, but I pulled off a lot of fluid, I felt like all week.
All right.
So I think that's part of why, like, and it was a gradual loss most of the week, except for like Thursday to Friday was a pretty good sized jump, but I was probably just sticking to a lot of fluid. I don't know. But yeah, I pulled off a lot.
That's exactly what you want to do. You want to, I probably could have given you a little more info on that one, but if you're cutting the carbs down, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I don't know if Krista lived that keto life. She's not on here today, but I know she'll watch the replay. She did that for a long while, and she said I had to have electrolytes. I had to drink LMNT every single day because I was just your body doesn't hold water. There's no glycogen, and yeah, that's kind of what my body that's what I put myself through the past couple weeks just consistently. And I think I tend to fluctuate a little more. I tend to fluctuate a little more. Where am I at? I have to have my own profile. Doesn't even let me do it. Tom Tester. No. Like yesterday, I did the refeed where I had a little more carbs and I went back up from 204.04 to 207.34. It's almost 3 pounds, which just by introducing rice back in. That was Friday. I had rice and there might have been some Chipotle. There might have been some Chipotle because my wife is an interesting person and she said, we're leaving on vacation for a week. I said, what do you want to do for dinner? And she goes, we leave. I'm probably not going to have Chipotle while we're gone. So can we please get Chipotle tonight? And I was like,
Oh, geez, that's funny.
that's fine. But you didn't have the increase. So that's a win. That's a win. And if you look at
Like what to make, because you're like, it has to be real food. Like usually I have oats overnight or something. So I think I posted in one of the groups what I made for breakfast, and it worked really well, and it was low carb because I think breakfast is the hardest for me. Oh,
I don't know. Breakfast was the hardest for you?
yeah, because I usually do like oats overnight or something like that, and it was harder to do low carb. It was easy when I found a recipe and made something. And maybe that helped too, because I was eating like real food.
Okay. I like it. It's the breakfast doesn't bother me so much because I'll just go with the eggs and egg whites
Oh
and
yeah.
and be golden there, and I'm more than happy to eat some bacon or turkey bacon and eggs. Yeah, you keep hearing eggs and you start getting this dog loves three foods. He loves eggs, egg yolk, peanut butter, and the tortilla from Chipotle, the wrap.
Oh.
If that Chipotle, when that Chipotle bag showed up yesterday, he was like barking like crazy. Give me wrap. I want the wrap.
Oh.
That's my dog. It's my dog. It's his junk food. Um,
Your dog has junk food.
that's that. Well, he usually
Mine. I can't eat bananas in the house without mine under my feet constantly.
he leaves the bananas. He's not a banana guy.
Oh no, she's under my feet when I'm having a banana. I have to go outside to have a banana.
I like it.
My female, as soon as you open the package for string cheese, she could be passed out on the other end of the house and she will be in the kitchen in 2 seconds.
He
That's any
likes
dog.
he
That's
likes
any dog. They can sleep through anything until you open a cheese wrapper.
Yep. Loves her string cheese.
so you were kind of doing the carb cycling. Um you were not common on what you would see. Normally you'd see more like this, where oh man, I have too many windows open. Like mine, this was me just cleaning up things, getting in order, re-upping the carbs. So I blew back up over 2 days, dipped down, re-upped, dipped down, and then if you look here, like a roller coaster, the bottom, I was not afraid of going back up because the bottom each time was lower and lower. So the bottom just kept falling out and moving down. That's the end goal when you do it. It's not for everybody, and I don't really energy levels and grumpiness are a real thing. Um, you're training for a marathon. I don't think that's the right way to do it. But if you are trying to break the plateau, just incorporate a day where you go off the macros and cut the carbs back, especially if your energy expenditure is lower. So if we ever have a day where we're just like burnt out and just done, I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to the protein. I'll stick to veggies today and kind of flush out because I'm not, the Jenny had we did it for Jen. So Jenny was think that was actually you were the person I was thinking about as I said that. Jenny had trouble with it during marathon training. She had a goal of moving the scale down, but she also had a substantial amount of distance to cover each week. And it's not everybody needs that fuel, but the vast majority, I mean, this is why there's 200 different gels and goos and candies you can buy at the expo before all these races because carbs are the primary fuel source. So yeah, for me, Heather, it was and just being meticulous with it. I shifted as I moved closer towards my goal. I had a protein shake before the gym, protein shake after with egg whites, and then I like these little egg sandwiches, and we discovered um Kim was buying the Jimmy Dean's ones at so it's like egg, sausage, and cheese. So I was
Yep.
getting a lot of protein right out the gate, and then she discovered Red's, I think it's Red's brand at Costco, and they were like 90 calories less, which 90 calories doesn't seem like much, but when you add it up, 90, 180, 360, plus another 270, right? Yeah, it adds up over the course of the week. So it's almost a third of a pound, almost a third of a pound where are you going today? As you add it on. So it was that, and then the rest of my day looked like a serving of ground bison, serving of ground chicken, serving of ground beef, grass-fed beef, and whatever we did for dinner, which was primarily like chicken breast. And it went, you know, on the start of the journey, start of the challenge for me, it was 1 cup of rice with each of those meats. Then it went down to 3/4 a cup of rice with each meat, a half a cup of rice with each. Once I got down to a 1/4 cup, I was like, this is miserable. The 1/4 cup is so sad and defeating. Like, that's all the rice I get. But I'm excited to, you don't have to be sorry you're late. You're here. You're here. We don't have a lot of people on Saturday, and it's open talk. So I'm just running my mouth. But yeah, I adjusted like that, and then I started introducing the carb cycle when I was trying to break through that final plateau. Now I'll use the vacation to reset a little bit, but I revamped my goals, and I think I'm gonna push. We got to 204, 204.04. 200 is going to be the next goal, and I think by wine and dine, I'm going to try to get down to 195. So that might take some next level pushes to see what I could do. Probably increasing energy expenditure. If you could do it, that's somewhere not a lot of people like. Who the hell's got outside of me has the liberty to be in the gym like almost all the time? Like it's very hard. I would love to have a treadmill at home so I could just do an extra 30-minute walk after each meal. You have to sit down, sir. I will take you. I'm gonna take you to get a haircut with me after this. That's where he's gonna go. He's gonna hate that place. He got his haircut yesterday. Now I gotta get mine today. Yeah, man, need some help mindset running. Ooh, Kim, are you on the call? Kim's messaging me and she's not on the call. Needs help with mindset while running. Who's got tips on that? I'll have to unpack that one with her deeper. I'll have to unpack. But yeah, that's the whole carb cycling thing. That's the whole carb cycling thing broken down. Who else has questions or wins they want to share on a Saturday? Don't let me do all the talking today.
I just
Where
ran
did
in Pennsylvania and there was 1,400 feet of elevation gain.
You did what there?
I just ran. I'm in Pennsylvania at my sister's house, and I ran my run this morning, and there was 1,400 feet of elevation gain. So that was a win for me that I was able to actually do it.
How'd it feel?
Not that great, but it was good training for the Grand Canyon. So we'll see how I do.
I mean,
I ran a lot slower.
generally most of your training is flat road, right?
Yeah, where I live, it's like completely flat. There's literally no elevation at all. So this is good for me to be here.
I mean, you're forced with what you're training for, you're forced to use the treadmill.
Exactly. Yeah. Unless I could like drive an hour away from where I live and get some elevation. But if I don't want to do that, then yeah, I have to use a treadmill. So it's different to be on an actual outside road versus on a treadmill. At least it felt different to me. And I did not have a pack on my back. So we'll see.
100%. Some solid elevation gain. I don't have access to anything outside of a treadmill here to do that. I know some people drive up to the Claremont Winter Garden. It's a little more hilly in Central Florida. So if you're a Central Florida person, you might know that area. But
Oh,
that's
you got to come up here if you want hills.
where are you?
Tallahassee.
Yeah, you got hills up there. But there's a good trail up there because I know Carissa and her husband live out that way, and Chris Galloway and her husband live out in Claremont area, and I always see them on that Central Florida Trail, whatever it is, and they're like, "Yeah, come out here to." And I'm like, I just can't unless there's a medal at the end of it. I can't justify driving 45 minutes on just to run on some hills. I will be incorporating as I try to push to the next level. I'll be adding in more sprinting and explosive exercises because that has a really good effect on body composition. And I want to work on my VO2 max. So our gym has a giant garage with some hills, so I'll be sprinting up those. And then there's a garage next door with more aggressive hills, so I'll try to graduate to that and not injure myself doing hill sprints because that is not a it's not a basic level exercise. Where do I get my bison? Melissa, where are you located? I forgot.
Savannah, Georgia?
Do you have a store called Wild Fork?
No.
Wild Fork?
No, we don't have that. We have Whole Foods, Fresh Market, Costco, Sam's.
Whole Foods, it's super expensive. Sam's had bison, and they got rid of it, but I didn't love the quality of the one that I was getting. Yours might still have it, but mine got rid of it, and I was like, what? Now I have no reason to go to Sam's.
Mhm.
Costco has ground bison.
Do they?
Yeah.
Costco does?
Yeah. In the meat section. At least up here they do. It's next to the burger. You can get it. I think they're like, oh, I mean, it's probably a little expensive, but it's really good. And I think it's in a pound or a pound and a half package.
Okay. I'll have to check. We're going Monday, so I will definitely check.
Okay. And then sometimes you can check, like, I mean, I'm in North Dakota and we got our local butcher will have it sometimes. So you could probably try like a butcher shop or a meat shop. They might have some. We've done like bison roast and stuff. It turns out really good. And it's super lean.
Bison's a good one. Lot of nutrients in it. But yeah, Wild Fork has been my like go-to meal prep place. Just they deliver, and all you I ended up doing a free trial on their membership, and then it was a $30 a year thing. And I was like, it's 5 minutes from my house, but the road we live off of, the main road, is a nightmare. So I kept it and just tipped the guy for dropping it off, and it's been so worth it. And my wife's like, why don't you just stop there? Why do you have them I'm like, sometimes I need one less thing on the meal prep thing. It's an hour of cooking on Sunday. And Wild Fork, they popped up five of them around Orlando in the past 3 years. So I feel like they're a very growing brand. They might deliver, they might deliver outside of that area too, like outside of Orlando. Curious about that. But it is literally just meat freezers and a little bit of veggies. They have 20 different types of fish. They have exotic meats that I won't even touch some of them. Like, it's weird. I'll eat a bison, I won't eat a rabbit. Just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But oh, there's three of them in Orlando. I lied. I lied. But really good store. Costco, Sam's might still have it, but Publix way too expensive. They'll have it, and I just refuse to pay their price. It's usually like $3 extra a pound versus this place. And yeah, that's a good one because it's lean. Like the thing with beef is you can get what's the fattiest? Is it 73? Which 73% lean, that's a lot of fat. And unless you're trying to do a bulk, that's not it. That's not it. Then commonly you see 80/20, little bit better, but that's something I'll do. Like if I'm thinking about gaining weight, gaining muscle, and I'm looking for, you know, you get the opposite effect. What's my most bang for my buck? Where can I get extra calories without having to eat like a horse? And shifting cuts of beef has been has made that so easy. I just switched to 80/20, and then as I'm trying to lean out, 85/15, 90/10, all the way down to 93/7. And then as I got deeper into it, I started cutting the beef out and going just straight to chicken. Because I don't think you find a better bang for your buck on protein sources. Ooh, I like these questions today. I go on rambles. Let's see what else I got in that chat. What is urban air? Is that like where kids go jump around? She's probably in a big playground right now.
It's a trampoline type park as well as an obstacle course.
That sounds right up my alley. See, but grown man go up in there and you get looked at funny. I think thanks, Kat. Listening to a running podcast while running is helpful for the mindset. What It's different for everybody. I struggle to like pay attention to podcasts and audiobooks while I'm running. I just zone out. Podcasts I have to do in the car. Audiobooks I've never been able to get into. And yeah, Never got into those. For me, finding something, if I'm doing the treadmill, it's just finding something mindless to watch. Like kid, I went to high school. I look so dark. I didn't realize like the lighting. It was so sunny out a minute ago. And let's flip on a light. Ah, flip on a light. There we go. A guy I went to high school with worked on this show Twisted Metal. It's based on an old video game. And I'm like, you know what? He worked on that, man. I was friends with him back in the day. I'm gonna watch his show. I'm gonna support it. I've been getting miles on the treadmill, just getting lost in this show. So I finding something mindless to watch on the treadmill and stream versus sitting on the just sitting on the couch. And then outside, I'm out. I'm with Miss Kim. Or I'm my own worst enemy when I'm running outside. I start doing running math. I got to get this far. Oh my God, this is chaotic, and I'm over it. Fresh Time had it. I don't know Fresh Time. It's a new one. Meal prep ideas. Kat, you're always looking for meal prep ideas. I am in the process of uploading every everything to a central repository now. I will send it out, bookmark it because I'm not going to promote, it's normally stuff I only give to people I work with and which includes you. So I'm not going to share the web address. It won't be out there, but it'll just be a website with a central repository of everything I have built. So bookmark it. Hold on, you gotta sit and save that. I'll shoot it in an email so that most people don't lose it. It does taste pretty similar to beef. There's not a noticeable difference. The way I cook it, I use taco seasoning and just and put it on the pan. Put it on the pan, and I'm not a fan of salmon. What fish would you recommend? It really depends. It really depends. Goals. Salmon's good because it's high in omega-3 fats. That's why you hear salmon is the most healthy. But for me, I switched. That's another one that I switched. You got to sit down, child. Where are you going? Do you want to get down? That's when I switched over to mahis and tilapia. And I'm gonna asterisk tilapia because tilapia is I've just heard horror stories. I've heard horror stories, and the farm raised tilapia, the farm raised tilapia is not no bueno. And if you've ever been to Epcot and you've gone on Living with the Land and you've seen these fish swimming around in their own poop and just going in circles and there's fish poop going around, it just irks me and grosses me out. And I'm sure that happens in the ocean too, but I will only get the wild caught tilapia. It's like 75 cents more at that place, Wild Fork. So I don't play games. I don't play games with that. But tilapia and mahi are probably the leanest. So if you're looking more, to cut and watch calories, those are gonna be your two best ones. What else? What other fish? Anybody else have fish recommendations? You've
What
seen
about flounder?
flounder? Flounder's not bad. Flounder's not bad. I don't eat a lot of flounder because I like the little yellow and blue guy. I feel 100 per 100 grams, 86 calories, 18.8 grams of protein, 2.4 grams of fat. Real solid. You're just not gonna get you're not gonna get a lot of
Cod, maybe.
cod's a good
Other.
one. Yep, cod's a good that's a whitefish, yeah. The whitefish will generally be leaner. Whitefish definitely leaner. And when I was doing that, I we got these little shrimps and I threw them on the shrimps on the barbie and just threw like three or four more in with my fish to bump up the protein count. Like anybody who's in group coaching heard, I was trying at one point because I knew I was going to the cut, so I was trying to put on some muscle beforehand. I bumped my protein up to 300 grams and I was looking for it anywhere I could. I was looking for just how do I get more and putting in 4 or 5 shrimp into it was good. We got just bumped, small bumps anywhere that I could get it. Speckled sea trout, redfish, triggerfish. What? That's an interesting one. I have friends that own a fishing charter. I think and they always send fish back because people bring them and then they can't bring them back. So, oh, she wasn't even kidding. Popular coastal game fish.
Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dave?
Mute. What else we got today? We've talked fish. What?
I'm gonna try your creatine, like 20 grams. So I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna see what kind of effect you're feeling over there, Mr. Stokes.
I'm telling you, feeling sharp. I should have brought as I get ready. I'm prepping all of the things for the trip, and I don't normally bring any supplements outside of like the little pill bottle because it's just pain in the butt bringing powder. But I said I'm gonna keep the creatine just because I'm enjoying the effects, and I'll be shocked if I don't get stopped by the government with my bag of creatine. It's
You will. I got stopped on the way to Hawaii with my container of first form magnesium. They
I
had me
think
take it out and they tested a sample of the powder.
I think I'm just gonna put it in my backpack and not my checked luggage for that reason, like so that they don't, you know,
It was with the carry-on.
yeah, I'm gonna put it in the carry-on.
No, that's where they checked it.
Yeah, but
By the carry-on.
if they're gonna check the carry-on, it's easier to, if they're gonna check the small backpack, much easier to go through instead of them detecting a powder in my checked bag and then unloading all of my clothing and all my other stuff.
Yeah, they didn't bother with that because I was smart enough to put it in with the checked bag on the flight back.
Oh, so they didn't check it there.
Nope, they checked it on my carry-on.
I got
It was worse. It was in my son's carry-on, so he continued to blame me on the flight over to Hawaii.
a decision to make. I got exactly. We were going
What's
to
this white powder?
yeah. It's a Ziploc full of white powder. And because I'm taking 20 grams a day, it's a hefty. I look like I'm trafficking something. They probably won't give me any trouble on the way out. They'll give me trouble on the way back in. So I might just creatine's cheap. I may just dump the remainder or just take extra, like go to 25 if I'm towards the end of the week. But I was going into Universal Studios once and I had my backpack and I didn't pay attention. I had my little pill bottle with the supplements and security pulled me over and stopped me. And they were like, "Sir, what are these?" It was like during horror nights too, so they're used to people, I guess, smuggling in drugs. And they pulled me aside, and then they took me over to the Orlando Police Department guy, and he was checking out my pill bottle. He's like, "Dude, look at this guy. Look at this guy. These are vitamins, man. He's he's not smuggling in drugs." Oh, that was fun. That was fun. My friend's like, "Why did you get stopped?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I carry around my vitamins because God forbid I don't have my digestive enzymes when I eat a churro. I'm gonna get acid reflux."
Amen.
Whore in here now. Measure it out in a snack bag for each day and label it. I just threw it all in one. I tossed it all into one and threw. I had an extra serving scooper because I usually just as I get towards the bottom, I dump it into the next one, and I do that. Did that with protein powder and overnight oats for race weekend. I'm always so nervous the powder is going to open up in my bag too. So I think I'll go backpack and just deal with them there. Organize. I have nothing. You know what's packed? The only thing that is ready to go is the creatine stick. So we could see where my priorities are at. And now it's pouring, so I get a nice rainy drive to get my hair did. Uh yes, the creatine's the only thing
You're
ready.
talking creatine, Tom, and I've been a little leery on it, having dealt with the first stages of congestive heart failure, aka fluid retention. My ankles were getting as big as my calves. at one point.
Not with the creatine, just
No. This was
okay.
because with all that extra weight I was carrying, you've seen me, and me at 260 pounds is not a pretty sight. Luckily I've dropped to 60 of it, so I'm off all the pills and everything. But
Yeah,
am I correct in being cautious on it, or
I think it's always better to be cautious with something. Like, I know way too many people in the gym that are not cautious with things, and like, you see it a lot. And I did it when I was younger, where like supplements, pre-workout supplements, people will just ingest anything, and really a lot of them, if it's got a pretty label or if Chris Bumstead puts his name on it, everybody's taking that pre-workout supplement. So I've learned caution a lot more in my older years, and I think you're good being cautious, but creatine, I have not heard anything where you'd have to worry about, but it's also good. Hey, check with the doctor, see what they say, and get a second opinion on that. So they might tell you, yeah, no, that's, but I've never heard anything where the link in the two.
okay?
And I said I had somebody asking me about a supplement their son was taking, and I was like, oh, you gotta get them off of that particular one. Sit down, Coda. Gotta get them off that particular one because there was some ingredient in there that just is not good. And I'm looking for, I remember there was one I used to take back in the day. It was called Jack 3D. Ryan, you ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
You remember people taking that?
Yeah. It was horrible.
Deadly. And the first two things I was trying to find out the ingredient, but it was actually banned because of a synthetic supplement called 1,3-dimethylamine, which is linked to serious health issues. It's an amphetamine derivative that can constrict blood vessels, and raise blood pressure, potentially leading to cardiovascular issues like shortness of breath, tightening chest, arrhythmia, heart attack, all that. And it had that in it. And the scary thing is about gym rat people, when people found out it was getting pulled from the shelves, they went and bought more. They stocked up on it. And I was like, oh my God.
They like that itchy tingle feeling across their whole body. It's like, oh, it's working. Yeah, it's working all right.
It's funny you say that. So I am a little I don't know. I like to get in the zone. And that's one of those things where I think it takes me back and it triggers me getting into the zone, is that tingly, itchy feeling. The tingly, itchy feeling from supplements is one of two things: niacin or beta alanine, both of which are very common supplements and very normal supplements to take. Niacin is vitamin B3, it's water soluble, and helps with energy production, digestive, nervous system. It's like, I want to say the skin, all this other stuff. But niacin, within 20 minutes, especially if you've never taken it before, your skin will start getting a little red. It's called a flush. You'll get a little itchy. If you've never taken it before, you'll get itchy in places you did not think you could get itchy. You will get itchy in your ears, like inside the ear. It's bizarre, but my brain relates it to these pre-workout supplements I took when I was 25, and it kind of just puts me in the zone. And I'm like, it's actually, you can be niacin deficient. Again, it's vitamin B3, but they throw it in the supplements because it gives people that tingle. Oh man, this stuff must work because I'm tingling. I'm guilty. I buy into it too. It's actually really good to take before you go in the sauna because it opens up the skin and helps sweat things out. And then beta alanine, same thing. Um, But you find that in a lot of pre-workouts, but it can cause that itch, a little bit of the flushing, but not when you combine the two, you get more of the tingling and the itch, and it's in all the supplements. So you got to be aware. You the rehab director pin on today.
Yeah, I'm at work.
So someone I used to work with would take Viagra for before working out. I have a friend at the gym, JJ. It's probably more for the men on the call than the women, but JJ he was peeing a lot, so he went to his urologist, and she said she had there's two options. We can give you the much more severe pill, or we can try Cialis. So he started taking once daily Cialis, and someone mentioned the same thing to him. He was taking it at night, just in case the mood struck with the wife. He was taking it at night, and he goes, "Dude, one of my friends told me it gives you a crazy workout pump." He started taking it in the morning, and he was like, "It's incredible. If you ever want one, I'll give you." I'm like, unless necessary. I'm not gonna go that deep with these things.
What
Yeah,
happens if you have a pump lasting longer than 4 hours?
What? Oh my God. You're funny. Well, it's a vasodilator. So that's essentially, that's what is the goal of a lot of the supplements out there, the pre-workout supplements. Relaxes the blood vessels, improves circulation, and if you're in the gym, helps you get a pump. If you're not in the gym, also helps you
still
get a
helps to get a pump.
we're spiraling on a Saturday. Hopefully nobody's got two delicate ears. Uh, would it be okay to take pre-workout before painting two rooms? You told me your kids were painting the room, so I don't think giving your kids pre-workout is smart.
I'll be helping them.
Oh, you're helping them?
Yes. They can't touch the 10-foot ceilings, so I'll be climbing a ladder.
Pays to be tall. No, 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 no. You're not climbing. Where's your husband at?
No, he's in New York. The ladder's foldable, so it just extends 4 feet. I got it.
It's only
I did it
4 feet.
before. Yes.
I just have concerns about you going on a ladder 2 weeks before you go out to California to run a half marathon.
No, it's a tripod ladder, so it folds into like a triangle.
Okay.
So there's 4 feet on the floor, so it just goes up 4 feet, and I just get the rest with the roller.
Okay. I don't want to hear anything. There's no falling off the ladder.
Oh, no. This is on the second floor, so it's all safe. It's all enclosed.
Okay. All right. Be safe. We got a big race coming. What topics? We got like 10 minutes left before I run and get the haircut now. It's going to take me longer to get there. What topics would you have liked to see me hit that we didn't hit over the course of 8 weeks? Because now I'm, as this is the third one, I got a little more of a flow going down, and the next challenge won't be until New Year's. So until after the New Year, sometime between Dopey and this. I don't know if you could see him. He's under my arm, and I was going to type. But any topics you think that we could have hit more on?
I think, like, I know we talk core and stuff like that, but I don't know if this is more of like topic or like extra workouts, like with core and stability, like stability with rotation.
The physical therapist in you is coming out.
Yeah, it is. Well, I was thinking about this when I was golfing the other day, and I like the increases in strength are coming out, but I'm seeing like a little less like control with my core because I'm swinging harder and I'm stronger, and for some reason my brain just can't think of like ways to help that stability with my new strength. And my brain just isn't working.
So we need more. You want more stability work.
Yeah. Like some just like, even if they're just extra work, like more of our like supplemental stuff at some point.
Did you try any of those new ones?
Yeah. I did. I really liked one of the new like stretching mobility ones. And I was really surprised with so it like took you through the whole workout,
Mm-hmm.
like 7 minute workout. I was like, oh, this is cool because normally I just go down the line and I do it and then I'll add stuff in as I'm thinking about like what I'm doing. But I was like, I kind of like that. It like took you through the whole workout.
Do what I can. We do what we can. I gotta more rotation's a hard like rotation is difficult based on equipment. So if somebody told me they're in the gym, it would be it would be someone told me they were in the gym, it'd be very easy to say, okay, we have cable machines, which are super easy to work rotational strength. I mean, that's probably the best benefit of a cable machine. Um, if somebody's at home and they have bands, really easy. I gotta pack the bands. I gotta pack the bands and like if you got bands, good. If you don't, it's tricky to work that rotational, not the rotational work, but the rotational strength in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'll come up with some more rotation because you'll be around after this, and I'll just continue. I this is why another reason I'll bring the laptop while we're gone because number one, somebody takes a while. I take 15 minutes to get ready. Somebody takes a while to get ready, so I will sit on the laptop and be like, okay, I had a workout idea this morning. Let's do it. And I'll go to the chaotic gym this week and I'll be forced to not go with a plan. I'll be forced to not stick to any kind of plan, just work with. I don't want to be in there for 2 hours, like trying to fight for equipment when everybody's trying to use it. So I'll be forced to use whatever's available. And some of my best ideas come during that. So I'll do a rotational one. Do a workout with me, even if it was a recording, so we can pop the video on while we're doing our own at home. That'd be fun, but I mean, I could do it with a couple of them, more so the at home and bodyweight ones. But my gym has a very strict no recording policy that they don't enforce on anyone but me and like three other people because we're competition for their employees. So if I was a if I was wearing those navigation pants that give a nice wedgie while I do hip thrusts, they would not say a thing to me. But because I'm a I'm a coach, they don't like me using their facility to make videos. But I'm gonna try to do something like that. Adam and I are going to a gym in Orlando. All home gyms need one, an easy button. Adam and I are going to a gym called Iron Religion when we both get back from the trip, and they are very open with you're allowed to record, you're allowed to be shirtless, you're allowed to grunt. They try to really embrace the meathead lifestyle. And since he moved, he's had to go to an Anytime Fitness, and he's like, "This is so different from my gym. I'm in Jacksonville. I'm having a hard time staying motivated because it's just very corporate and basic." So I was like, "I'll take you on a field trip. Your only homework is you have to record me." So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have him make some. I was thinking of you recording one with what you have at home. I could do that too. I could do that too. That's uh that's easy peasy. The I was doing a lot of that during COVID just because I was like, all right, I got nothing to do. I'm just gonna go to the park for 3 hours. Best shape of my life probably was spending 2 or 3 hours outside in the Florida sunshine, vitamin D, and working out and just walking and relaxing. What about something on breaking plateaus? If you didn't listen, Jen, to what I'm doing with Heather right now, it's at the tail end of the last call, and we talked about it a little bit at the front end on this call with carb cycling. So that would be a nutritional plateau. The the weight and I could talk you through that a little more, one on one or on the next call, but the strength plateaus, usually people hit those because it's very hard for the body to do both things at once. So I'm not going to be getting a ton of PRs as I'm sitting in a deficit like I am right now. But once I increase the calories come wintertime, it will be. I didn't even save my workout today. I'm going to do that and see if I got any PRs. Oh man, tell me it didn't refresh. No, we're good. Save. Yeah, I don't think I got any today. Yeah, I did. Barbell bent over row, 10 rep max, 275 pounds. I'll take it. I'll take it. But that's harder because you're in a deficit and it's harder to push through and hit those strength gains. Hit those strength gains. I like band work. I try to add it to the on-demand several times and it won't save. So are you trying to add your own custom band work or are you trying to do one of the band ones that I put up? If you're trying to do your own custom band work and you made up a program, I might, if you want. Okay. For that, Ryan, you can do the same thing because I know you've been toying with some workouts. Screenshot it to me if you could, or do like a screen recording of the workout, just so I can see what it looks like. And if I test it out and it passes my smell test, maybe I'll I might add it in or I might give you some critiques on it and then add it to the library and say, hey, I think this might be too much volume or I think it might be, too intense for some people. Maybe we'll change this or we'll do this other thing. What do you think about that? And then I can build it out on my end so it's saved into that on-demand library. But the on-demand library, everybody should see it. If you don't see it, it's there. But the on-demand workouts are where the band ones are housed. And I got band lower body 1 and 2, band resistance band workout, 5 different short band ones, and 4 different short band ones, and then an upper body band workout. So definitely some more band ones. And I will probably add 2 or 3 to that. There's a really good, and I wasn't sure if I should put this in it's more of a mobility one, but I put it in the workout section. An anti-desk and upper back sequence because I've been in the desk a lot during the 8 weeks. We've been on calls, and that's what I've been running myself through to kind of combat sitting in the chair and hanging out in chair. Corpse pose is always fun to do with a Pomeranian. But yeah, a lot of good options that I built out in there. Let's see if I have any other band ones in there. Man, I'm gonna end up having to make another library because this is getting too much. I added a bunch of TRX ones. I contemplated bringing the TRX with me tomorrow, and I was like, oh, it's just too much. Too much. I can't be bringing all this stuff. Trying to get away from the gym for a week. Trying to get away. What's everybody's goals for the final week?
I just want to get under 330 for the race in Disneyland.
Halloween?
Yeah.
Where you at?
No, in 2 weeks. I got like 3-4 pounds.
Yeah, the Halloween race.
Yeah, the Halloween race.
You got 3 or 4 to go?
Yeah.
2 weeks it's gonna be tough, but it's doable. Looking at your current track. I mean, you were close. You were 332. Then you had a little bump up today.
Yeah. Ran last night. I'm a little sore, so.
What's your day look like today?
Work until 4, and then I got to go home and do a workout.
Focus on the recovery. Focus on just trying to get your life back in order today. And I'm betting it drops down just from what you just told me. It not like you're inflamed.
Yeah.
You're inflamed and it's no bueno. Well, yeah. I think you could do it, Ryan. Make sure
to give it my shot.
Make sure
What's that?
Kat said you got it, Ryan. I'll see you there.
Yes, thank you.
And then what are we looking for? What do we go for? Like 320 by Wine and Dine,
That sounds good for me.
310 by Marathon Weekend.
That would be good. I can keep that pace.
Christina just trying to stay healthy for Halloween.
I think it's getting easier
Would
as
you
I go. My consistency is kind of
better.
very better. So I think it'll just get a little easier for me.
I need lower visual numbers, but closer, looser. Body recomposition. That's where it gets tricky. Finishing both races and getting up at 5 a.m. to lift. You're gonna make it happen, Kat. Just follow the alarm. It was
Mhm.
so hard not waking up at 5 a.m. this morning. Stupid gym not opening until 7 on Saturday. Messed
I'm-
up. Messed up my day.
I want to try and hit my goal weight close to by the time that the challenge is done.
You're so close.
I'm close, and now I feel like I could. It'll be close.
You can throw in one more day of that. One more day of carb cycling.
Yeah, but then I don't get my nutrition points, and now Ryan's kicking my butt.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
It's all right.
No.
Hitting the goal weight will be worth it. Ryan can win the point.
Okay. My next race is January Disneyland, so I want to stay on track. Training starts, and I don't want to diet through training. Hey, don't focus on dieting through training. Just more so focus on fueling. My shift will be into more so fueling. Like, can I keep the scale moving in the right direction and have the numbers well enough that I feel fueled during that? Not dieting, but I'm, you know, staying fueled and that'll come down to a lot of carb cycling where I try to balance 3 days of strength training. I shift gears, I shift gears right into race training when I get back. 300. All right. Not under springtime. I'm surprised you got it. Keep myself and my husband on track. Vacation is 208. You got this. You got this. Oh my God. My wife's driving me crazy, sending me messages. I'm gonna have to crop that part out. Check my luggage bag. Send me a photo. Yeah, shoot me a message. Shoot me a message. We'll break through. And if you're wondering how to get a hat, shoot me a message. But you got to be they went out to people that have been working with me for a year so far. So they got the first dibs. Another batch has been ordered. Batch 2 will potentially have white hats, but batch 1 I only did one to make sure I like them. I like the style. Ryan, we say yes on the style?
Yes.
All right, cool. Then I'll place the second batch order when I get back from vacation. That way I have more. Come wine and dine. But you can message me. I get you a hat. We'll figure it out. And then that's all I got for you today. Have a strong final week. Remember, we'll do a final call Wednesday. When I return, send me your weigh-ins. I'll shoot a message to send me your weigh-ins come next weekend, anytime next week before Labor Day. Because Labor Day, I'll be doing all my calculations to see how we finish. So finish nice and strong and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thanks, Jan.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good vacation.
Thanks, Larry.
Alrighty.